Of course. Boys Talking Balls, episode 93.
93. Feeling free.
Free. Feeling free. June 2nd. Bit of a hiatus. Work. Memorial Day.
Life.
Whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, sports.
Sports.
We're
What
back.
happened?
So we're just going to get right into it.
Might as well.
Might as well. Playoffs.
Playoffs. Which one would you rather talk about here? We have both finals matchups set.
We can breeze through NBA.
Let's breeze through the NBA. I'm trying to remember the last time we were left off. Were we still in the second round or did we get to the conference finals?
I think we were conference finals.
We were finally conference finals bound. So we knew, obviously, with the Tatum injury that New York breezed right through. Besides that, honestly,
I think we were talking about OKC game 7, probably.
probably,
Was
yeah.
like the
An
last
OKC Denver game 7. Who did I trust more? I trusted Jokic more. Did that end up happening?
No.
Alex Caruso. It's kind of been coming up on clutch plays after clutch plays in big moments in big games defensively,
Big defensive guy, bro.
leading to momentum swings. So credit to Alex Caruso for that.
AC Fresh, baby.
He's been doing it really all playoffs long, and will definitely be, at least for OKC fans, a person to remember in what some people are saying looks like a title run. But again, you still have to play the games. People who don't know, OKC Pacers final. So obviously we had the Pacers and the Knicks. Pacers take care of them in 6. Obviously we had Kenny Shaq.
Belt to ass. Just belt to ass.
It was,
by the way.
it was good.
Belt
I
to
liked it.
I was
Listen,
loving it.
as a guy who's not a fan of New York sports teams,
FTK.
it was very, very good. I was enthralled by it. The game 1 choke.
Oh my god.
I
I screamed when that shit went through.
kind of, I got to be honest. I was too busy watching hockey.
You were watching Stars Oilers.
I was watching Stars Oilers. That game was on, and they were down 15 with 3 minutes, or with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I was with the Happy Valley correspondent, and we went, you know what? Like the TV over. There's no way this game's good. I'm not sitting here to watch Ben Stiller and Spike Lee and Timothy Chalamet just like scream in the camera and celebrate. Like I'm not watching that. Like I'm here to hate watch. The hate watch is not going well. So we flipped it over. We're enthralled by the hockey game. The next thing you know, I check my phone and I go, holy shit, they're going to overtime. He goes, what? I go, yeah,
going to overtime.
we're going to OT. He goes, all right, we got to watch this. And then we watched a Knicks collapse in overtime. It was fantastic.
So you didn't see the actual Halliburton shot.
I did not see it live. I
saw
did see
it
the
live.
replay.
I saw it live. That shit was absurd.
The
I thought
Reggie
he
Miller
won the
choke,
game.
by the way, I was not a fan of it being brought out that soon.
Oh, I kind of was.
I wish there was a
You know, he thought it was a 3. I thought it was a 3 too. I thought he just won the game off that shit. That would
Very
like I
electric, still electric. You got the reaction. It still worked perfectly.
and
in
then
my
won.
opinion.
At least they fucking won.
Right? Could you imagine if they had lost that?
Oh my god, man! You know how fucking terrible that would be.
He'd be memed for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, but now he's got a chance to go win an NBA Finals. 2 first-time NBA Finals appearances for the Stars.
Yes.
But before I get ahead of myself here, we do got to continue to talk about the series. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, again, Knicks win game 2.
Mhm.
My fault. No,
No.
Pacers win game 2. Pacers won both
Yeah,
games.
they were
in the Garden.
2-0.
Went in. Then that game 3 was the big comeback by the Knickerbockers. The Knicks came back in game 3. Huge 20-point win. Huge
Mhm.
20-point comeback.
Yep, 106, 100.
I was shocked by that. But
Big pair.
yes, that was basically the best game that the Knicks probably came out and did, besides game 5.
Oh my god.
And that's the other thing too with some of these 7-game series is that you can tell you're like, okay, it's a 7-game series. Cool. Indiana did what they needed to do when they first went to New York, right? They won the first 2.
Mhm.
Like, they won game 1. And then they somehow came back and stole game 2. Game 3 was a letdown. Game 4, they won. All right, they split it home. They're up 3-1. All you got to do is win one more. I was not shocked that they got the doors blown off of them in New York. Were you? As much as I would have loved to see
game 5?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Knick faithful be completely distraught as the Pacers beat them in the Garden. I was expecting it.
Well, Hallie had a horrible game.
It was a bad game all around.
Yeah.
It was just
Neesmith went 1 for 8. Like they just shot like shot.
yeah, it was just not good. It was just not good.
Yeah.
It was good Knicks basketball is really what it was. It was just, I mean, Brunson did his everyone did what they had to do. It did enough. The one thing I will say though is that it has kind of been the thing with the Pacers. They've done it a couple times now in the postseason, or one of these games, a ton of turnovers and they can't score.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of, I believe, just the fast pace that they do play with.
Yeah.
It is, as it gives you opportunities, you also take away things yourself sometimes by playing too fast. Needless to say, game 6, back in the field house. What do? Take care of business, win in front of the faithful. Pat McAfee gets to talk all the shit that he wants, wave goodbye to all the East Coast elitists. And, at the end of the day, it was a beautiful saying. It was a beautiful thing. People are upset about this finals matchup, Alejandro.
I'm not.
I'm not either. Now, before we get into that, we'll dive over to the West Coast. I thought that was going to be the better series, and I was displeased in the fight. I was displeased in the length of that series.
Bro wasn't pleased with the effort.
It just didn't. It just wasn't.
Close.
It seemed like the Thunder just had them through and through every single game.
I mean,
except for game 3.
Ant-Man
got found out after game 3 and then said there wasn't an issue and he wasn't having troubles. And now I'm wondering if this is the ceiling we have right now until the front office maybe makes some moves up there in Minnesota.
32-30. I mean, shot well then.
I'm not saying that it's an Edwards problem. I'm saying it's the makeup of this team. I'm saying maybe they need another. I'm not like they need another guy or two.
Yeah, I mean,
not even a high profile guy, but a guy that can at least be the Robin to his Batman. That's what he needs right now.
Julius Randle was so good in that Warriors series, and he wasn't like terrible, but he did disappear. He was straight 20s, and then he had 5 and 6.
Yeah,
in between.
This is not good.
Yeah, and like they lost both of those games. They lost that Monday game by 1 bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's rough, dude.
That's just the way it is.
And you can tell too that, like, I mean, this is back-to-back years in the Western Conference Finals.
Getting hot.
Starting to feel like a hockey team down in the Carolinas.
Ooh.
Hey, we can get to the conference finals, man. We're right on the doorstep. We're right there. We're this close. For people in the Philadelphia area, it's like the Eagles with Andy Reid in the early 2000s. Hey, man, we can almost get to the big show, but we just somehow, some way, find a way to mess it up. Or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we know we're not going to get to the big dance. We know we're not, you know what I mean? Like we just know it's not going to happen. And that is. That's a predicament. Where do you think the Timberwolves would have to go at this point, Alejandro? What is there a move? Is it a coaching thing? Is it the way the roster is? What could they do to make the difference and make that leap? Or is there not any? Are there not any leaps or changes that they can really make? And they're just kind of stuck with, hey, we're a playoff contender. We're not a championship contender, though. Like, hey, we're fun in the playoffs. We can win you a couple series. We can almost get there. We can make you believe we can win it all. But realistically, it's known that it's not going to happen.
I think you just retool some bench pieces. You hope Rob Dillingham is good next year and plays next year for them. Because, they kind of, if I'm not mistaken, traded up to get him or traded for him. Right? They traded for him from the Spurs, yeah?
Probably, I believe so. That sounds familiar.
Something like that. And yeah, that didn't work out. Yeah, the Spurs with the 8th pick, and then they traded for him. Yeah, this is an 8th overall pick. I mean, this guy's supposed to be at least.
He's supposed to give you something.
A Kentucky guard. I mean, at least something. That's what you kind of hope for next year for the sophomore in the NBA. Naz Reid's going to get paid. Hopefully, it's here. If not, someone's going to get a nice little quality fucking forward. They have him as a center, but he's a forward. He's a power forward, and he will shoot the lights out. Other than that, Jaden McDaniels, I mean, he kind of turned on the playoffs.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad at all. Like
he kind of
production-wise.
that's also kind of where you get with Jaden. Jaden's kind of he heats it up during the playoffs a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean Rudy Gobert, like you kind of just know he's going to be a no-show in the play. Like he's kind of a non-factor basically.
Which is just so then
He's a non-factor at least on the scoring side. And against a team like OKC, that's kind of hard to.
At that point, you're playing 4-on-5 against a team that, by the way, was better defensively than you were.
Yeah, with Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Can we say that
Shout out Sixers legend Isaiah Joe, by the way. What his fucking first NBA final. It's gonna be electric.
All I am saying though is I feel like both back-to-back closeout scenarios here for the Thunder. What do? They don't just win; they win in blowout fashion.
Mm-hmm.
They do it in a Game 7 against Jokic, and then they go up against and Edwards again. Both games were at home, but that's also what you get for being the number 1 seed in the NBA. Totally, you know what I mean? Being basically the best team. So
I mean, SGA just cooked them.
Yeah, he's showing why that MVP made sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's all homegrown basically.
And he's efficient.
They traded for him,
and they still have 13 draft picks.
Dude, this man was originally a Charlotte Hornet. Ain't that funny?
It's crazy.
Ain't that funny? Yeah, and they got J-Dub, who kind of found his way throughout the series. He was but Chet. I mean, this is gonna be what Chet Holmgren is for the majority of his NBA career.
Yeah,
is what you're seeing
a big utility. Listen, I don't think he'll ever be.
This is going to be the stat line for his entire career.
I was going to say he'll never be a number 1, but he's gonna. He knows his role. He's going to get you what he can. And
this is perfect.
That's a very double.
This is perfect.
Yeah,
you're a high leverage double dude, who can shoot the 3. You get blocks.
He's still a demon on defense too.
Like he'll be averaging 17 and 10. Probably for 10 years.
Yeah.
He'll probably hit 20 and 10s.
Listen,
honestly.
I'll say this right now. Rick Carlisle has his hands full coming into this series with the squad that he has.
What a pro
in
wants.
Indiana.
What a pro needs. You can't stop them. You just can't stop them, Tui. They're too damn good.
This is where I also do say I don't like the fact that everyone is writing this off as just the Thunder series to lose on this.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but it is that way.
It
is. Just is.
I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's also Tyrese Halliburton, Miles. There's Miles Turner and all that. They still have guys over there. Pascal Siakam has won a championship before.
You got the pedigree.
How can he do it again? I also feel like that was huge in a couple of the games. You had, especially game 2, Pascal Siakam. He stepped into his own. He showed that whenever Halliburton is having one of those rough games, he can step in and fill the role if needed.
Stylistically, this is a very interesting matchup.
It's very. I think the pace of play is really whose pace are we playing at?
I think it's going to be Indies.
So my thought is here. Then can the Thunder still be as strong defensively, playing that Indy pace for 4 quarters in a 7-game series?
Where I think the difference is that on one side you're going to have Shea on Halliburton, and on the other side, are we going to have Halliburton guarding Shea? Because
you're probably putting them hard, no?
Yeah,
you're probably placing them hard, or
that's not going to work. Shea's going to get. Shea's just. Regardless, he's going to get whatever he wants.
Now, here's my thing though: is that could you put Shea in foul trouble if they realistically try to put SGA on Halliburton? Is that your attack, or do you look at your bigger guys like Siakam and you look at a Turner and you go, we just got to go. We just got to try to just honestly. I would like to see the attack just be put your head down, go to the rim, and force contact. Make the officials blow the whistle and try to get some of those guys in foul trouble. Try to make some of the more role player type guys for Oklahoma do something and make an impact on the biggest stage that they've played on. That's just my thought.
Game 1's going to be good.
Game 1 should be good. Again, it's in Oklahoma. The other thing that I do like too, and I'm kind of upset for people ragging on this series, 2 electric fan bases.
Yeah.
People who just
Oh my God.
basketball
The
basketball
crowds are
towns,
gonna
dude.
be
Like,
buzzing.
listen, say what you want. They're not big market teams, sure, but guess what? They care. You know, they care.
Mhm.
I mean, listen, it's the Hoosier State is the state of basketball. Like, yeah, those people care. When there's good basketball being played in Indiana, people love it.
Yeah.
They
People
want to see.
fucking love it.
They want to see the Pacers play well. And you know what they're gonna
Yesers.
do? Yeah, the Yesers. They're gonna go in. They're gonna go in, and game 3 and 4, they're gonna scream, man. They're gonna be loud. And besides that, I mean, listen, everyone knows how great of an atmosphere it is in Oklahoma City.
Oh my God. Every time it's playoffs.
Honestly, I just hope it's a blowout out every single home game.
I will low key want a
white.
whiteout.
I don't.
I
want the
want a
blue.
whiteout.
I want the blue all day.
The white is electric. Bro.
I'd rather the blue. Too many people do the whiteouts now. It's
Playoff, no, but like an NBA Finals whiteout, dude. You know how nice that little Finals patch looks on those white jerseys. They also look great on the blue. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's gonna want to see that, but I'm here for the white.
I'm telling you though, in Oklahoma City, you give me a sea of those blue shirts. The way that place jumps, yeah, that's what I want.
It's gonna be a fantastic series. I do think Shea just does what he does.
Probably will just end up, being Shea, but
It's gonna. This reminds me of the 2021 finals.
Denver.
No. Milwaukee
Milwaukee
Phoenix. It's a little underrated on paper, but I think the quality of games are going to be
gonna be good.
magnifique.
As long as I get a 6 or 7 game series, that's all I care about.
I think it could be a competitive. I mean, it's going to be an OKC in 6 probably, but it'll be good.
It'll be
you know.
competitive.
Like I think they will go up 3-1 though, and then Indy sneaks one back, and then OKC kind of just.
That's where it'll be hard. That's where I think it's 5 because
That's where-
OKC has home court advantage.
Mhm.
I guess it really starts off with game 1.
It does, which is
When does this series start, by the way?
this is the biggest game, and it starts in 3 days, Mr. Two Hill, on ABC with Mike Breen and the gang.
So is that Saturday? Friday or oh, I'm losing track of my
That's
day.
a Thursday, my
Say
boy.
Thursday.
That is
Wow.
a Thursday.
It is only Monday, huh?
Yep.
My goodness.
That is a Thursday.
It is a Thursday.
Yep.
So we get this starting
Oh,
on a
man.
Thursday.
There's nothing like the NBA Finals. There's nothing like it.
We can try to get the pageantry in, but we'll see.
It's going to be awesome.
To think the Philadelphia 76ers could have had Tyrese Halliburton.
Yep. But you know what, Tui? I've been saying this since that JT injury happened. The window is open next year, and we gotta make shit happen, quite frankly, next year. But I'm excited, regardless, because we're not talking about the Sixers right now. We're talking about the NBA Finals, and I'm excited. OKC's a 9.5 favorite.
I can see it.
9.5 favorite. I don't. I think this game is going to come down to the wire. Dare I say I could even see Indy stealing game 1.
That would flip the story of the series. You see, I believe I believe you're going to get a 2-2. I think you're going to get splits here, no matter what. Whether it will be I could realistically see Indy stealing game 2 and winning game 3
On the
and
season.
then Oklahoma City winning game 4 and 5, and then you go back into the Pacers territory, and then we go from there into game 6.
For context, in the previous 2 matchups this year, game 1 was close. Game 2 was a 20-point win for OKC. In game 1, Shea dropped 45.
Wow.
What did he drop in game 2 is now the question. I think that first game might have been without Spicy P. In game 2, he dropped 33.
Now, was Halliburton playing both games?
Yes.
Halliburton's stats were
In game 2, Mr. Halliburton had a stat line of 6 for 12, so he shot 50%, 18, only 3 assists.
that's
4
the thing.
rebounds.
Halliburton is a distributor. To
No
start off.
turnovers. He is. Spicy P, only 11 points, 4 for 11.
Hmm.
Let me check if he played in that first game. The closer game. You're going to need the other guys if you're Indy, I think. He
Yes.
did. 22. Halliburton had 4 points in game 1. Shot 2 for 6.
So I'm almost wondering if you're looking and you say, listen, Halliburton wasn't playing well those 2 games. Is he not playing some of the best basketball he's been playing all year?
Absolutely.
So, all right, cool. The 2 times they saw him, he wasn't playing his best. Now maybe we're just going to end up finding out if it's just a situational nightmare for Halliburton and the Pacers, or maybe we get a little bit more of a fight and we get a team that's believing right now and kind of go from there.
Has Thomas Bryant played himself into the starting rotation for the NBA Finals after what he did to close out the New York Knicks?
I don't know.
You saw
Yeah.
that? You see?
I don't know if I did.
The big man himself in the closeout game against the Baccas. Hold up. Where is it? Is it game log? Here we go. He went 3 for 4 from 3 in 13 minutes of action. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. It really separated the Baccas from the Pacers.
See, this is
As a
where
big.
I got to be honest, though. I don't know. I feel like you got to run your decent core that you usually would have anyway.
By the
But-
way, also called for the ball when LeBron broke the scoring record against OKC.
Yeah.
Lore
yeah.
going into it. It means he's going to cook OKC now. Watch. Just watch Thomas Bryant.
We shall see. I feel like it's going to be a big Neesmith, Nembhard, and then a Siakam series. I really feel like it's going to be like those 3 guys. If they can do well and they can help Halliburton get into his groove and then create whenever he is not on the court or getting a little bit colder. That's where I feel like if those 3 at some point, whether it's all of them at the same time or in different spots, pick each other up, they can make this a longer series, a more entertaining series, a better series.
I think this will be close. I definitely take
If we don't get that,
yes.
I think OKC might just they might give them 1 and it might be a gentleman's, but it won't be that entertaining. I'll tell you that right now.
So we're both saying OKC.
I am saying OKC. I would love to see a competitive 6 to 7 game series. That's what I'm looking for. I hope the Pacers maybe even prove me wrong. They almost do the damn thing. It'd be kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm happy it's a peculiar matchup. I'm happy it's not what it usually always is. Give the small market some love. I will definitely be intrigued and will be, tuning in when I can.
Of course.
And seeing what goes on here. But I definitely believe
course.
that game 1 will be your indicator right away
Mm.
as to the way the series goes. And
I
it'll
think
be
it'll be
almost
close.
interesting to see. Well, you know what else will be interesting? The look on every player's face at the end of game 1.
Mm.
For instance, let's say the Pacers win game 1 and they're celebrating like they just won the finals. You know what that tells me, Alejandro? They gave them their best shot.
Yeah.
And then the other way, too. If they lose and they look distraught like they just lost the finals, you're done. Now, if they just go like, all right, cool. Like we got it, then it is what it is. You just can't come in. I feel like the way they went into game 5 against New York, you can't go into that any game of this finals. You can't
No.
come in being like, it is what it, you know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
no, you gotta go in there with a chip on your shoulder like you belong and make it known.
Absolutely.
That's my thought.
Tommy, this OKC team averages 10 steals a game.
They're very good defensively. They're very, very good defensively.
And with Indy potentially, having those turnover issues, that could also be a massive problem.
That's the thought though. Like my thing again, we'll go back to the pace of play. If it's a slower pace, if it's more an OKC pace, Indy can't hang with them.
Mm-mm.
If Indy can make it up and down and not turn the ball over, they'll make this competitive. It'll be a goal.
Mm.
Those are just my thoughts right there. And then obviously, we'll go game by game here.
Yeah, of
and
course.
see what happens.
Of course,
But
of course.
that's my thought before we go into anything.
Speaking of going into things, hockey.
Yes, let's do it.
Hockey time.
Hockey time. Hockey time.
So last we talked was probably before the conference finals for this, yeah?
Most likely, I think Carolina had already done away with Ovi and all them. By the way, I don't know if you heard, Ovi is coming back for one
Yeah.
more, but it will be the last.
It will be the last. Although the front office was like, no. No. Just because we sent that out to ticket holders doesn't mean it's not true. That's false information.
It's like, no, it's the last go around, guys. We all know. But with that being said, obviously we had a conference finals rematch of Florida, Carolina, and Alejandro. Kind of went the way you thought. Yeah, it was contrasting styles, and I know someone that is a Hurricanes fan, and he was kind of talking. He's like, "Yeah, it's contrasting styles. I'm intrigued to see how we go and how we play." And it kind of ended up just being an outclass until the last two games. The last two games I thought were better off. Game 4, facing elimination. Kind of felt like Carolina got in their groove, right? They scored and they were doing it.
Yeah.
Game 5, you're up 2-0. But it's been what it's been what Florida's done all
Year
long. You think they're dead in the water, and then what do? Boom, 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 boom. The next thing you know, it's big hit, puck bounce, score goal, deflection. You know what I mean? Something.
By the way, we didn't laugh at the Leafs.
Oh, we didn't.
We didn't laugh at the Leafs.
Everyone, point and just have a chuckle. John Tavares,
Yeah.
7-year deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh yeah.
Less conference finals appearances, less playoff wins, and just didn't do as well as the Islanders. All 7 years. Nylander is probably gone. They are going to have to change the whole dynamic of that squad now.
Wasn't even competitive.
I didn't even feel it.
Nope. In Toronto.
Yeah.
Absolute shit show.
They just got hosed.
They got Marshied.
Yeah.
They're not tougher than Chucker.
Not tougher than Chucker, and then Brad Marchand too. Yeah, they're tough SOB.
And now we can go back to the conference finals.
Okay.
I just had to laugh at the Leafs really quick.
No worries. I didn't realize we had
Well, I forgot.
there that long.
Yeah, there was game 7, and then
Wow.
I don't think we were
And
here
the
for game
hiatus.
7. Yeah.
That game 7 was
Terrible.
the Leafs are gonna leave at some point, and then they did it
They sure leafed.
as bad as they could.
They leafed it up.
Unwatchable. An unwatchable game 7.
Poor
At
Biz.
that.
Poor Biz nasty.
Nah. But going into that conference final, obviously everyone thought that Florida was the team in the East, but Carolina, obviously game 4, they did what they had to do. They survived.
I mean, thank God they were
They had won a conference final
0-19?
game. Yeah.
since 08 or 09 or some
Yeah.
shit. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. They had won a conference final and a conference finals game. And
They also just lost this
Forever.
guy. Blanking on Buddy's name.
Svechnikov? No.
Jesper.
Jesper
that-
Fast?
Yeah, he's retiring.
No way.
Yeah, after not playing because of his neck. So he's done.
That is a blow.
Yeah. They didn't even have him, though. But
Still-
Aho and the boys just some tough misses. Aho cooked to start in game 5, but need some help.
Oh yeah, and I was about to say back to what we were. It was 2-0, and boom, 3 goals right away. They tie it up, then they're down. Honestly, I don't know about you, Alejandro. I don't know if you're able to watch this, but the end of game puck controlling scenario from Carolina with the power play and the goalie pulled after a dumb penalty by Sam Bennett. I feel like they just did it. They just didn't do it right. They just didn't. It didn't feel like they controlled it the way that they should have. Felt like they needed to have swung the puck a little bit more. Instead, it was a lot of shot heavy with knowing that a guy was coming out the box. And then with 5 seconds left on the power play, again, not holding on to it, trying to take a shot, a clear leak Sam Bennett all the way out. And all he has to do is just bury the puck in the net.
When was the game when I texted you about Marchand?
It was game 1.
That was game 1.
That was game 1.
Did you see that happen live?
I watched it. I rewatched it, and I don't know if you saw, but Gostisbehere and Marchand went after each other all series,
Oh yeah,
and it was good. It was a good little back and forth.
it was so fucking funny.
It was. They had their own battles. and it was definitely one for the ages there.
But yeah, as you were saying, I mean,
Kind of felt like Florida coming in was,
that's it.
the team to beat, even though Washington did have such a good year. And again, come playoff time, they also, they made the moves during the offseason. Come playoff time, push comes to shove. I don't think you want to go into a corner and muck it up with the Florida Panthers, and they showed that to the entire Eastern Conference now. That's 3 straight years the Panthers are going to the Cup final, and 6 straight years that a team from Florida.
How about that? Who would have thought?
Insane, Alejandro.
Who would have
insane.
thought that, huh?
6 straight years. Either the Lightning or the Panthers.
In a state where there's no fucking snow,
No ice.
no ice, no nothing, none of that shit.
Just swamp puppies.
It's got the best hockey in the fucking country.
Yeah.
In the world, some would say.
Pumping it out. I
Yep.
mean, we're gonna see how many Stanley Cups after this go around we get, but yeah.
Yeah. We gotta go to the west side now, though.
Yes, we do. I mean, honestly,
Go Oil, huh? How about that?
I mean, I
How
can't believe
about
that we slept on Edmonton as
Davo
much
and the
as we did.
boys. I know.
As much as we did. That Winnipeg Dallas series
Yeah.
was good. I enjoyed it.
It was all right. I mean, we knew who was gonna win.
Yeah, it kind of felt that way. Kind of felt like who
Winnipeg
was
stinks.
who was gonna crack first, Ottinger or
Hellebuck.
or Hellebuck, and it just kind of felt like Helly in the first round kind of seemed a little volatile anyway. So they made him pay.
I mean, just terrible.
It's brutal.
They suck. I'm sorry. The Jets are overrated as fuck.
The Jets just can never
Extremely overrated.
get it together at the right time. And so that's what happens.
Gino's Steakhouse, by the way, is now Steak Quans.
Gino
Look.
sucks. I saw.
see that?
Yeah, I did.
That's absurd. Yeah. I want to get into Game 5.
Okay.
I know this series as a whole was pretty entertaining. Game 1 especially.
Game 1 was the best of the. We were just talking about. You gave your team your best shot.
That was the best shot.
That was the best shot for the Stars.
Yeah.
But it honestly made
And I
me
thought
feel
that
like,
it made me feel like they had a chance.
Yeah.
I thought, oh shit. Maybe they are going to the finals finally.
maybe.
And then
No.
no. Draisaitl and the boys.
It went back to Edmonton, and David and the boys just wiped the floor with them.
Yeah. Pulling Jake Ottinger in Game 5 is actually absurd.
Yeah.
I don't care that he let up 2 goals. Those were on 2 fucking breakaways, right? That's. Hang on. Where was it? We gotta pull it back here. Power play. Tough one. That's a tough goal to let up,
Yeah.
right?
If I'm not mistaken, DeBoer actually,
DeBoer should be fired.
I believe he had some choice words for Ottinger
Yeah, he did.
after he pulled him.
DeBoer should be fired.
It's just,
What is that?
that's just bad.
You're hanging him
Bad.
out to dry and then you pull him after that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
If anything, that's when you call a timeout. You call a timeout, you get the boys fired up. There's 2 ways that you fire up your squad in hockey. You pull the goaltender.
And then there's Jabroni Law's goal.
You either pull the goaltender or you call a timeout. Those are the 2 ways it happens. That was not the way that series. That's an elimination game right there, Alejandro. It's an elimination game. If it's a 2-2 series, then sure, maybe he has a slow start. You know what else you do? You wait till the end of the first period. You wait till the end. And you go, boys, we aren't giving anyone a fighting chance right now. Let's step it up. He didn't even decide to do that. It's a bad
Horrible decision.
idea right there.
Horrible decision.
And then the Oilers just ended up outclassing him at the end. And McDavid is he's in a league of his own, but he's going up against
The fucking Thrashers that don't exist.
he's going up against a nasty club that by the way is deeper than they were a year ago, if you really want to believe that.
Yeah.
If you can even
Somehow.
imagine. They're deeper.
Somehow.
They're more stacked in some way.
They did get Ekholm back, though. Just in the nick of time. But they also had to sacrifice Hyman.
It's just I don't Listen, I love that it's a rematch.
Touch the trophy.
Don't like it. Do you? I like what Florida did.
Change the vibe up. Why not? I mean, Florida's going for a repeat here. I mean,
I liked what Florida did. That's what they did. That's what they did last year. No one touches the fucking
it's the
trophy.
fucking finals.
Don't touch the
The
trophy.
finals.
Don't touch the trophy. And they won it, and they said, you know what? Might as well run it back, boys. Don't touch the trophy.
A little bit better luck, maybe trying to switch up the faith here. Is
From
Devo?
Devo?
Yeah.
You never know.
It's the fucking finals. Dig in. Dig in. It's not enough.
We'll see.
It's not enough.
We'll see. The only thing that does kind of change this year to me, Alejandro, those boys in Alberta got home ice advantage. And if the Western Conference Finals gives me anything to look at, we could be in for a good one.
Do you think it goes 7 again?
It might just.
Game 7 tickets are $1,700 right now.
What are game 1 tickets?
$471.
Only?
Yeah.
In Alberta?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
As low as.
Wow.
For some reason, game 7 tickets are absurdly high.
I'm shocker. I wonder why game 7 in the Stanley Cup final would be.
It's not even guaranteed, Tui.
Well, you get your refund back,
True,
Alejandro.
fair enough.
You get your money back.
Fair enough. Yeah,
What
I think,
what are the ticket prices in Alberta versus Florida? That's what I'm curious to see.
second game in Alberta is $650. The first game in Florida is $407. Second game in Florida is $447. Game 5 in Alberta is $1,100 now. Florida's the cheaper destination, Mr. Tuo.
It'd be interesting to see maybe if you have some diehard Oiler fans if they want
Travel
to
the fucking coast.
I mean, you'd have to go across the country on a flight, and that ticket might even be as expensive as your ticket to the game. But
Uh-huh. Why not have a weekend in Florida, I guess, yeah?
right, go see some beaches,
Go
nice weather.
game on Friday, fly Saturday, land Sunday, have a day
mean-
Sunday, go to the game late on Monday,
Mhm.
maybe stay for Thursday, have a
Maybe.
week in Florida. You know?
Maybe I don't know what kind of people have. I don't know if there's actually any oil money that still lives in Alberta, but it might, who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Hang around a little bit.
That being said, I am sticking with the board.
I am as
And,
well. I am sticking with the Florida.
The Cats
Panthers.
do repeat
I listen.
as Stanley Cup champions.
My question is at this point, if McDavid doesn't get it done, do people look at him a little bit differently?
No.
No?
No.
At one point, do you have to look
It's not
at the
going to be
star,
his
though?
because it's not going to be his fault.
At what point do you look at the star? And
Dude, this
say,
guy got
you can't get it done.
He won the Conn Smythe last year.
Does he win it
That's-
again?
Probably.
That's what people are talking about. He loses again. Do they give it to him again?
If he's the best player outright, maybe.
We'll have to see.
Bob's plus 250. I like those odds.
I think you kind of have to look at Bobrovsky, though.
yeah.
I
it's
mean,
Bob.
listen, he had what, one bad game?
Yeah, it's Bob, dude.
Now the only thing is that think about the comeback that almost happened, right? The 3-0 comeback.
Sure.
You're looking at it. Bobrovsky did kind of get a little tired at the end, and I mean, listen, he locked it in for Game 7, but it was a little bit of Florida let him out to dry, and he also couldn't keep up. Now we'll have to see
Now we will have to see.
what goes through.
I just think
Rest of the way.
Florida's just if Florida's healthy, bro. Like
I feel like
it's-
Florida's going to be.
It's just you lost Hyman. You got back the defensive guy, but like it's gonna be hard, bro. The Panthers are just too good.
They're just too deep.
They're just too,
They're too
damn
deep. They're very, very good. That's going to be a great series, though. Again, I feel like this is going 6.
You know, on the year, what was the record between these two fine
How many times do these
established
guys even play?
clubs? I think it's maybe once or twice, yeah.
Probably.
A 2-game series. Panthers. 6-5, 4-3. Sounds about
Sounds about
Sounds
right.
about what we're gonna get.
Sounds about right.
Checks out. I think that's what we're probably in store for. Oh man, what if Evander Kane just comes in and just
That's
fucking
another guy you got to look at, man.
decides to play good? I
Every-
mean, Stewie's been playing out of his mind.
Every single round, though, Evander Kane has came in and had a back-breaking play that then leads to a big goal by him too, like 5 minutes later.
Yep.
So, do we get an Evander Kane moment?
Maybe. I mean, we're not even talking about how Stewie's been locked in.
I mean,
Like,
Stewie almost
Stewie's
blew
been-
it for him, and then
He's been dialed.
I
up.
mean, I don't know if you saw the stat before he ended up, waking up a little bit here in these playoffs, but he either had a shutout
or
or he got torched.
Yeah. And I mean, shit, bro. I mean, in those 3 wins, that kind of put after Go went down 1. I mean, 3-0, 6-1, 4-1. Sure.
Now that is the other
Sure.
thing to me too. Is Skinner
Had-
hotter than Bobrovsky right now, or is Bobrovsky just going to be way steadier than Skinner?
It's just Bob, dude.
Is Bob just going to be Bob, and Skinner's going to have 1 or 2 games where you just go, if he just didn't blow it, if he just didn't have a stinker in game blank,
I think
they could have won it.
uh
He just didn't have a stinker.
I think Bob, I mean not Bob, Stewie's gonna get peppered a lot. So like
That's the question then. Can the defense step up a little bit or no? If they can't get
Ekholm's back, maybe it could
away
be huge.
from the forechecking of the Panthers, it might be a long day.
Ekholm and Bouchard, bro.
Could just be a long but I also feel, again, like I said, home ice. I feel like you're gonna get Edmonton coming out with some juice. They're gonna feel it in the plums. They're gonna go. It's gonna be fast. I feel like they're gonna bring it. I'm not saying Florida can't play their version of hockey anywhere, but game 1 in Davo's place, Skinner's playing hot. I don't know.
I
But
don't know either.
anyone who would possibly put money on the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup or anything like that, don't get scared if they go down 2 games to 0.
Yeah, right.
This team's all right. This team's all right.
Yeah, I think the Panthers got it.
No,
It's
I think they will.
it'll be entertaining though. That's for
Definitely.
sure. Probably some backbreakers for Edmonton, but that's just the way it goes.
Probably about a game 4 heartbreak.
Brad Marchand's back at 2nd ring, and there's gonna be some uncomfortable conversations about that. Marshy, little rat, stinking rat. All right, enough talk.
Yeah,
Excited for both finals start. This shit starts on Wednesday. By the way.
excited.
So you get
Excited.
Stanley Cup on Wednesday. Finals on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Love it.
Yada, yada.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Well, the ticker has not changed in probably like the last 5-ish episodes. Actually, you know what? Before we get to that, we do got to talk about the Philadelphia Flyers head coach
Yes, we do.
hire.
Before we get done
Thank
talking about
goodness I remembered it.
thank you, Alejandro. Rick Tockett's coming home, ladies and gentlemen. And he and the Canucks mutually agreed to part ways. The Canucks did not sign him to the extension. He was all right with it. So a little bit of the old orange and black feel is
As long as he doesn't turn Mitch
back
off,
behind the bench.
as long as he turns Mitch into whatever Elias Pettersson was this year, we're good.
So here's the thing is that he was talking that obviously, right? He has people are saying that, oh, he's just going to be a dump and chase guy, dump and chase, dump and chase. He said, well, listen, I know I have a guy like Matvei Michkov, so I'm going to let him be creative. I'm going, you know what I mean? It's just what goes on. There are a lot of pieces to this Flyers team that needs help. And I'm just interested to see maybe as long as these guys will listen to Tocchet, if these guys can listen to Tocchet and buy into what he wants, and he can gel with some of the younger guys while still letting, like the older guys lead the way. This could also become a very good destination for some good free agents with a guy like Tocchet, considering the teams that he played for and some of the skill that they had.
I mean, what are the odds we sign Mitch? Probably. I mean, we're in the race, but who knows? There's a Hughes brother coming up
There is actually
that plays for the Canucks, and apparently we're probably not going to get that because, well,
there are odd rumors flying around Flyers Twitter, Alejandro? I
Mm.
don't know how often you're on the Puck Twitter.
Uh,
Philadelphia.
I see stuff.
It seems like some people believe Keith Jones is dead set on a certain guy we were just talking about when his contract expires next season.
Mr.
He lives in Alberta.
Yeah, I saw that.
People are saying that
I saw that.
They think Michkov could be such a prospect, and that they could, with the Tocchet hire, and
The biggest move since Gretz to LA.
they think somehow that McDavid would want to wear the orange and black.
The biggest move since Gretz to LA.
I just-
no.
I like people saying that. I'm like, really? Mitch Marner, I would be okay with a guy like Mitch Marner as long as
What if we get Mitch and Connor?
I just don't. That
But
would
the
never
payroll
happen.
wouldn't exist.
That would never happen. But here's my thing though: is that like, can we really sign a guy like that to a contract that he wants when we're not competitive yet, Alejandro? I don't want that. Then you're setting yourself up to be what you were when the last 2 decades. Hey, we can make the playoffs every other year, and we could maybe get lucky and win a series or two, but we're never going to be a cup contender. We're never going to be serious. You know what I mean? No one's going to be like, yo, watch out for Philly.
We need a goalie.
You need a goalie. You need a number 2 for Michkov, and realistically, you need some of these younger prospects to come up and show out next season.
Jamie Drysdale.
So
Jeet.
we need
Igor.
more. We need some of those guys that were playing in Lehigh Valley too.
Not fucking good enough.
Step up. I need Bonk.
Dude, let's not talk. Lehigh Valley's a shit show right now. You know how bad the Phantoms are, bro? The Phantoms are a shit show right now, apparently, for what I've been hearing.
The
With the
Phantoms
Head
made it
coach.
to the AHL. Not extending LaPerriere.
Yeah,
Kind of a joke. Was not a fan of that at all.
that's what I meant more.
Yes. Now they're saying he still is going to have a role. Where? I don't know. But not having him be the AHL head coach kind of makes no sense to me.
Oh,
Needless to say, I like the Tocchet hire. I don't feel like you can go get a big market guy right now because you are not competitive yet. Get the homegrown young guys to get more confidence in their game and then go chase a guy.
So where's Money Mitch going then?
Honestly, do the rich get richer? Or does he... I just don't think he's staying in Toronto. Do you? Here's the thought. Maybe he goes to Washington. Does he want to go out west? Does he like west more? Does he look over there and he says, I don't know. He sees a team like the Avalanche. Maybe he sees a new aspiring club like the hockey club. Maybe he sees how the Blues turned it around. They still got Bennington. Bennington's a good coach. But Ruby is still in, Toronto. And I don't think he wants that anymore. But maybe he goes, Ruby's old home where he won a cup in St. Louis. Maybe he likes that. Maybe he likes Cassie. I don't know.
Well, no either.
It'd be intriguing. Besides that, though, if we're looking honestly here on the East Coast, on the eastern side of things, Washington would be a thought. I also don't know who they're saying is in the race besides the Flyers for the Mitch Marner sweepstakes.
Can I just go to Toronto and they'll tell me?
If you told me who was fighting in the Mitch Marner sweepstakes, I could tell you exactly if they're saying, well, Philadelphia or this or that. For instance, a Carolina would love Mitch Marner.
Yeah. It's not telling me. Not fun. But I mean, shit. I don't know. I don't know where Mitch Marner's going. Chicago. Fuck it. Getting with Betsy.
You could figure it out.
They're saying 12 million, 14 million.
See, I just don't think the Flyers have the money right now to spend on that. So
yeah,
that's my thought right there. I just don't believe they do. He's going to become an unrestricted free agent on July 1st as of now. So we get about another 3 weeks to a month to look at it and see who goes where. And then he'll probably be a free agent for a week or two, and we'll still be uneasy. And Could also see maybe a squad like New Jersey. I would hate for a squad like New Jersey to pick him up, but possibly.
Yeah,
Hell, maybe even a retool over there in Pittsburgh.
maybe that would be something.
Or he joins a squad like Minnesota, maybe, if they throw him a bag. Guys like Kaprizov and everything.
Yeah,
They say, hey, Mitchie, we need like a second, third winger. You can still create, but you're more of a you're a deep guy. But you're gonna produce still. I don't know. We have to see.
we do. Now we can go to baseball.
Yeah, we could help.
Those stinking bipolar Philadelphia Phillies.
I mean, listen, Alejandro, they were the best team in baseball there for a hot minute. They were swinging the bat well, everything was going. Then again, wait, who did they play, Alejandro? Oh, that's right.
500.
The Rockies, A's,
Teams under 500.
and they just, you know what I mean?
Teams under 500 are the cure, the bread and butter for the Philadelphia Phillies. And
But
then
yeah,
when
I
you
gotta
play
be
a
honest,
good
though.
team.
I get it. It makes sense. But then they also had that series against the Braves. They beat the Braves, right? They win the series against the Braves. Coming from a guy who went to both games on Thursday, the bullpen scares me. And the fact that Wheels got peppered the way that he did not feel good. No Harper in the lineup. For some reason, makes this lineup even more inadequate. They can't play small ball even more. They can't play they can't play regular offense even more
They can't
without
play.
three in the lineup. They only live by the long ball.
Is Trey Turner turning into like the worst contract in sports? Slowly but surely.
That I am just intrigued with because he besides that,
Because like this is not what we were paying for,
no.
if we're being completely honest. Like Bryce, yes, we are getting what we paid for. Trey?
Here's my thing, Alejandro. This year, was the defense better from Trey for the most part? So far, has the defense been better? Obviously, listen, yesterday happened, right? With the error. Things happen, man. It's a long season.
Things happen.
But-
Errors happen all the time.
I don't know about you. I felt like the defense was a little bit better from Trey Turner. A little bit better from Trey Turner this year. I thought so, at least. But still, the defense has not been like the defense is And when people are telling me, yo, we got to trade, like when I was seeing trade for Reese Hoskins because you need another bat, people are just idiot. That makes no sense to me, Alejandro. You don't need another bat. Why would you need another bat? If anything, you need more arms. You know, Alvarado does Ozempic now. He's suspended for 80 games. He's going to be able to come back and play for the last 40 and then not play in the postseason. Jordan Romano's not going to do it for me, Alejandro. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is he going to do it for you?
The turnaround for Romano wasn't enough.
The little Dicky lookalike? Is that going to be enough for you, Alejandro? It's not going to be enough for me. I can't live with that. All right. Strom is not your closer. You know what I mean? Like Strom's not your guy that you run in at the ninth. Like they need to go find a guy. And I got to be honest, Alejandro.
Does he wear black and orange?
He might. And he might just play for a team with a bird on it. Just a couple hours down south.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Now
We're
here's my
linked to
thought.
every reliever in the fucking league right now, though. So there's also that.
Now here's my thought, Alejandro. And you might hate me for it. I'm going to say it right now. There's a man on the IL. Kind of not had a great year.
Oh, Mr. Nola.
And he's getting up there in age a little bit. And you got a guy like Mick Gable who threw 6 scoreless.
Just got called up again, by the way.
Yeah, he's going to pitch on Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, right? Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? I know they just moved Walker to the pen finally.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
He's back.
Back in the pen.
And
Besides that, then you also got that guy. Oh, wait, what's his name? He's supposed to be like the best pitching prospect in all of baseball right now. Oh, God, Alejandro, you got to remind me his name.
He's projected to pitch Thursday.
I'm forgetting it, Alejandro. Is that Andrew Painter?
Is that Andrew Painter?
Is that Andrew Painter?
Getting shut down from Lehigh Valley? You see that? Didn't he get shut down?
Did he?
If I'm not mistaken.
I thought he was coming up, Alejandro.
Is he on the depth? No, he ain't on the depth chart. Where can I find Andrew Painter on this tacky ass roster?
You could probably just look up Andrew Painter. He would show up, Alejandro.
Andrew Painter. Okay. The latest on Andrew Painter.
I thought he was doing well in AAA.
He was. There's no recent news on him.
Yeah, because he's just doing well. He didn't get shut down.
I thought he did.
No.
Not like bad shutdown.
Oh, I thought you meant, like he's shutting it down?
No. Like I could have sworn they were like he's done pitching.
No.
Or maybe it was like a topper shuts down. Yeah, this is probably what I saw. Not expected to debut until second half.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's what
probably-
you're seeing. Now listen, here's my thought though. Hey Topper. I always let it hang. We got this kid. Why don't I like listen, I didn't understand the Tommy John, we gotta play it slow and all that stuff, but I don't know about you, Alejandro. Why don't we ship out Nola and somebody else for Santander and let guys like Mick and Painter eat it up. That's my thought.
Santander is a Blue Jay. It would kind of be funny if we go up to Toronto and then we leave with a guy like Anthony Santander. Is that who you're talking about?
And then who's the I could have
Or are you talking about the reliever,
Yeah.
Felix Bautista?
That's also who I'm looking forward to. A Batista or a Santander. I'm fine with either, honestly.
Santander's a nice bat. Switch hitty.
That's what he is.
Switch hitty. I don't know, man. The bats for us right now, I mean, shit.
I don't want a bat though. I want a reliever.
You want a reliever?
I want a
You
reliever.
want an arm?
So I want a Batista.
You want a
Give him
Bautista?
Nola. Give him Nola.
Jeff Hoffman gets to reunite with Aaron Nola.
That'd be nice.
Oh my goodness. What's JT's average right now?
Not good.
Two-
I'm
two,
seeing a
three.
lot of mid 200s, low 200s right now from these Philadelphia Phillies. It's the highest ground ball rate that JT Realmuto has hit. By the way, the Alejandro, we're saying all this, right?
Yeah.
Before they got swept for the first time at home,
Mm-hmm.
they were the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
So like
It's not good enough.
we're down, but at the same time, like
Well, yeah. I mean, we sweep the Pirates, the Rockies, and the A's. Almost the A's.
they still played well against the Guardians, right? They won that series.
True. Got whooped in St. Louis or at home by St. Louis. Luzardo gave up. I mean, Luzardo got shelled.
He got shelled.
He got shelled.
That was bad.
That was
That was bad.
horrible.
That young conversation is out the window.
Yeah, just like that because he let up 12 fucking runs.
Listen,
I
no,
got ejected for the first time as a Philadelphia Philly manager.
and by the way, not bleh, bleh.
Bleh. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Two Hill, other than
From a guy that loves the Charlie Manuels of the world, that ejection was
is Toronto under 500 right now, Mr. Two Hill?
well, Alejandro, you just give me 2 seconds here. Toronto is 31-28.
Nope.
They are a half
Cool.
game out
Sick.
of the last wild card spot.
Sick. So we're gonna lose this series probably up at Rogers. Is it Rogers Place? What is this called? What's the
It could just be Rogers' place.
it's the Rogers?
I will double
It's
check.
Rogers Center.
Yeah, there we go.
Close. It's close. Tickets as low as $12.
I don't have a passport. Otherwise,
Tickets
yeah.
as low as $5. Tickets as low as $7 for Mick Abel's second ever MLB start. You don't got your real ID yet, brother?
No.
Anyway, yeah. 7:07 start times for these two games in Toronto. And then a 3 p.m. start for Mickey. Then we go to Pittsburgh.
Do
Poop
we?
series.
Do they see Skeens?
No Skeeter.
No Skeener in the poop
Bailey
series?
Falter, Haney, and Burrows.
It's fine by me.
And then we come home to welcome the Chicago Cubs to town.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
The hottest team in baseball remains the hottest team in baseball. And it's not the Phillies. It's the Chicago Cubs, Mr. Two Hill. Have you not been paying attention to
The Cubbies are good, man. The
what's
Cubbies
been
are
going
good,
on?
but I still listen. I can't not like my team, right? I can't not like the way that they're doing.
37-22?
You're telling me that team in Detroit ain't good?
I'm telling you
Aren't
that.
they the hottest team in baseball there? Weren't they the first to 30 wins?
I'm telling you, Pete Crow Armstrong's on an absolute tear, Mr. Two.
He is on
what
a
I'm
tear.
telling
He
you.
has been on an
He's
absolute
got that
tear.
3.6 WAR right now, bro. He's cooking. Dansby Swanson's raking. Kyle Tucker's got fucking 10 fucking dingers or whatever the fuck. He's got 12 dingers.
Come back
and
to me in
10
August.
bags. Seiya Suzuki's got 14 dingers.
Come back to me in
The
August.
Hap Daddy, Michael Bush. They're cooking, Tui.
Come back to me in August.
What's the pitch look? Where's Shota at? Shota, 2.8 ERA.
Come back to me in August. This team, sure, they're good, right? They're doing great. They're going to do what the Cubs do, and they're going to find a way to just slip away. They're going to slip.
I was not aware that Aaron Judge was hitting 391 on the season right now.
He is absolutely
We're
destroying the baseball.
we're like 50 games in now, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
we're
almost 60.
yeah, we're in the
Oh,
shit.
we're basically a third of the way through the season.
Yeah, we're in the shit now.
Yeah.
And we could kind of pencil in awards now. Aaron Judge is going to win the AL.
Yeah.
Shohei's going to win the NL.
Probably.
Unless Cal Raleigh comes out of nowhere. Kyle Schwarber.
Well,
Fucking,
so here's my thought, though, Alejandro.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Schwarber's almost at 20 home runs before his first game in June.
30 by the end of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the 30
He'll
by
hit
the end of the
11.
month.
Yeah,
And
he'll
then,
hit
so that means what? Alejandro, he's going to be on pace to hit damn near 50 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Last two times
Pay him.
he hit 50 home runs. This team made deep playoff runs.
Hey.
They're dangerous.
Pay him.
So
How about Cal Raleigh leading the MLB in homers, though? 23. Best catcher in baseball is what they call him now, Mr. Tuchel. Can you believe that?
listen,
You believe
he
that?
still can't run on JT.
That is facts. Best defensive catcher in baseball is what we got.
Yeah.
Max Fried, AL Cy Young. Or is it Scooby? It's a close race.
I think you got to look at the guy who. How many strikeouts was it? in that
13
complete game
Ks
shutout?
in that complete game.
2 hits only.
99 strikeouts on the year.
Yeah.
There's the AL Cy Young race, actually, I can't lie, is fucking amazing.
Yes.
You got
It's tight.
Crochet, you got Scooby, and you got Fried.
Yep.
And you got Chris Bubich low key just sneaking his way in there with that 1.4 ERA.
Just kind of playing around.
Hunter Brown's kind of welcoming in the conversation now. That 1.8 ERA in the league leading 8 wins.
Yep.
I mean, the AL pitching is absurd.
It is. It's nasty. It is nasty, Alejandro.
I'm a fan. Crochet is cooking. He's on the back end of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Judge, though, with hitting 391 is actually fucking. He's going to get another. Is this another Triple Crown?
Redonkulous. I don't know how many home runs he has right now.
He hit 2 yesterday against the Dodgers.
So it's 21 right now.
Mm-hmm. That was 2 days ago. My fault. And that 18-1 thrashing. He launched 2 solo shots.
Just to get his ass beat.
Yep. Kind of what's going to happen if they make the fucking World Series again. Yeah. I don't like it.
NL Cy Young. Who we feeling?
Right now, it's open, man.
That's what I felt like too.
Low key, probably Yoshi still. Corbin Burns, I think, is cooked, by the way. His elbow got
Yeah.
fucked up. Yoshi's, I mean, he was doing good. He's 6-4 now. Still got a really good ERA at 2.3. Dodgers, Mets starting up. They're clearing out New York here.
Yeah. They're trying to take over both. We'll see.
I don't know. Wheels, I mean, just got fucking torched. So
Wheels just got torched. Luzardo just got torched.
like it's open, dude. The pitching is open. Mackenzie Gore's leading the fucking league in strikeouts. Chris Sale down year. Logan Webb's been pitching well. Wheels leads in quality starts. I mean, Skeens, if they could just get him some fucking wins. I mean,
Yeah, right. I mean, he basically pitched a complete game against the Phillies, and they just didn't put a single run up on the board.
if they could get Paul Skeens some wins, that would be ideal. So in the NL, just in terms of looking at pitchers, Kodai Senga best, 6-3 on the year, 1.6 ERA with that ghost fork ball, pretty good. Who's topping more? It's Skeens, Wheels, everyone else. I mean, Hunter Green was in the picture for a long time. I mean, Where's he at now with the CRA? 2.6. I mean, he's still in the running.
Yeah.
4-3 on the year though. It's open. It is open.
I am intrigued, to say the least. We shall see. We shall see what goes on.
We shall. That'll wrap it up. Are we good?
Yeah, we got a
Anything
little bit
else
of
to talk
football to
about?
talk. Obviously, Saquon Barkley,
Oh,
Philadelphia Eagle.
yeah, congrats.
He's on the
bro.
Madden cover.
Congrats.
Stephon Diggs. Is he actually going to become a Patriot, Alejandro? I think they just said he might have attended.
He attended.
He did
Oh,
attend
very
finally,
good.
right? So we're not sailing the high seas anymore, Alejandro. Right? We're good. We're taking the sailor cap off. Dusting off our nose. We're okay.
We're good.
We're gonna be good. We're set. How about that? No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
From Big Al.
By the way, I don't know if you saw what I saw. We had
Travion Henderson looks good.
we had people. I saw a couple Pats fans saying, "Oh, we're going 14." I see this team only
We're
losing
going
3 football games.
We're going 14-3 with
Going
these
14-3.
vibes.
One dude goes, respectfully, I think we're going 11-6. And I was like, you know what? All right, guy, I could see it. Congrats, at least for being a little less than this team's only winning. This team's only losing 3 football games.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. He showed up. We're good. I didn't know he was dating Cardi B.
Yeah, I didn't know
that's
that
news.
till I found out.
I found out he was on the boat. That was
Yeah.
news to say the least. Nice little drop there
Yeah.
for Diggs.
Well, there was also allegedly an affair or whatever that kind of
Oh right.
broke that shot.
Right. How could I forget? David Andrews retired. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Definitely sucks. We just lost our center. Braves has got a lot of work to do, man. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got some personalities in there.
You kind of have to figure it out.
He's at OTAs though.
Matters.
And that's all that
I am not
matters.
a fan of Saquon being on the cover, by the way. Good for him. I'm happy for him, right? He deserves it, but at the same time, it's like,
Sure.
I don't want.
Sure.
We just won the Super Bowl. Like what? Like what? You know what I mean? Do I need anything else? And as a superstitious person as I am, Madden curse and stuff like that, I'm just not a fan of it. Last running back to get put on the cover of Madden. They got drafted 2nd overall in fantasy. And you don't know what he did, Alejandro? Absolutely nothing. So I don't know. I don't know, Alejandro. I'm
The Madden curse scares Tommy too.
yeah. By the way, I did hear that Pitts is possibly a trade target because he was not showing up to OTAs.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins is possibly a trade target. He did not show up to OTAs.
Yeah, that's a little bit more locked in stone. Kirko is probably not going to be there.
Aaron Rodgers still has.
Pittsburgh.
What are we doing?
Pittsburgh.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Will Howard. Just make him the starter. What are we doing, guys?
I mean, we got Josh McDaniels. It's going to be a year for the Patriots, dude.
We shall see, right?
Yep.
We're just inching closer. That's about it, though. I just-
Pitts is with an undisclosed injury.
that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
There were rumors that they were going to. They
Mhm.
felt like possibly shipping.
Remus.
Rumors.
How about we didn't even talk about your boy. Best contract in sports, Bryce Huff.
Bryce Huff? Oh, yeah. Yeah, our boy getting shipped.
Yeah.
I'm all right with it. I don't
Finally,
like that, you send him to a guy in San Francisco. Like you send him
Come
over
on,
there.
man. Doesn't fucking matter. He sucks. He fucking sucks.
We'll see.
He fucking sucked. He was the worst trade you guys ever made, right? You guys traded for him, or did you just sign him?
We signed him.
You signed him.
We signed him. We traded Reddick.
Worst signing you guys made, right there.
Yeah, pretty bad signing there, Alejandro. Pretty bad
was.
signing. But getting something back, freeing up more cap space. They officially got more cap space because we said goodbye to Darius Slay and James Bradbury. So
Yeah.
We've accumulated almost
Mid-round
$30
picks.
million more dollars in cap space now.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I think I know who that's going to though.
Who's it going to?
It's going to a man named Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's what we're waiting for. I think
Someone's
I think
gotta
we're gonna
pay.
get a mid-August tweet from Adam Schefter saying Jalen Carter just got paid a bag.
Record-breaking multi-million
$1
dollar
million
4-year extension.
Extension. They're gonna be like, oh,
You
is
see
the Jalen
Shefty-
Carter contract worth it?
You see, Shefty said that if they say if OKC wins, he's going to take Sham's job. Was that what it was? You see that video?
I did not see that.
He predicted. He said Thunder Knicks finals, which would have been crazy if he was right on that.
It would have been.
And then if I think it was either the Thunder or the Knicks won, he would take Sham's job. He was saying that. That was like in August of last year, or last year technically, that he said that. Imagine that.
It would pretty funny.
Shefty bomb. All right, that'll actually wrap it up though, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Nothing else.
Not that else.
92. For the
93.
boys. 93. Thank you. 93. We'll be back.
We'll see you guys. Have a good one.
See ya. Have a good one. We'll be back whenever.
At some point.
Whenever we feel like it.
Soon.
Whenever we
Honestly,
feel like
we'll
it.
probably be talking about
Yeah,
finals at some
finals.
point.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. Bye.